Good afternoon, our dear viewer. It's a pleasure to have your company this lovely Sunday afternoon, the 11th day of June 2023. Happy to be here to serve you. We do apologize for bringing you this newscast a little late, but I believe you had the great inspiration coming through from Big Sam during the Gospel Hype product. Now, as for now, we'll take you through this special edition, some of the activities you could have missed out during the entire week. Now, to start off this newscast, we'll look at activities regarding the head of state. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Now, starting off, President Museveni this week announced that he had tested positive for COVID-19 and will be entering self-isolation as a protective measure. The president says he experienced a mild flu-like symptoms, prompting him to undergo testing, which confirmed the diagnosis. Despite being cautious and adhering to preventive measures, Museveni assured the public that his symptoms remain mild and that he is in good health. However, he stressed the importance of caution and self-isolation. Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has been delegated to represent the president. That is, she was delegated to represent the head of state during the Heroes' Day celebrations that took place in Luwero. The president said in his remarks that this is the second time in 53 years he's taken a forced leave. The first being during the fight against Idi Amin, that was in 1971. He did express gratitude for the well wishes he did receive, and extended his blessings to the Ugandan people. Now, more activities from state. Residents of Luwero and stakeholders as well as officials this week paid homage to the brave heroes and heroines who played pivotal roles in Uganda's struggle for independence, as well as those who had made remarkable contributions in diverse fields. Representing the head of state, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja graced the Heroes' Day celebrations, uniting the nation in remembrance and recognition of these exceptional individuals.
Heroes' Day celebrations were held at Katoluama Catholic Parish Grounds, Butuntumula Sub-County, Luwero District, to honor heroes and heroines who played pivotal roles in the struggle and those who have made outstanding contributions in various fields. Prime Minister Robin Anabanja represented the head of state at the ceremony.
By March 1985, a strategic equilibrium had been created. We were too strong for the enemy to defeat us, but we were not strong enough in numbers and equipment to defeat UNLA in Kampala and also control the whole country. Hence, on 12th March 1985, at Kaumu, I separated from the main force under Saleh, embarking on another journey to meet our good friend Muammar Gaddafi, so that we get guns to break the stalemate.
I am quite delighted about His Excellency, the President's directive to my young sister Natasha Karugire to visit the families of the fallen foreigners, freedom fighters, and come up with a documentary showing how the fighters were violently murdered. This documentary will bring out better the meaning of this day by showing how our heroes sacrificed their lives, and also to inspire many of our young leaders.
51 distinguished personalities received special category medals, acknowledging their unwavering dedication and service. These include inspiring women and outstanding male officers from the UPDF, prisons, police, and civilian domains. In a touching tribute, the late Colonel Charles Engola, an exemplary figure, was posthumously honored for his remarkable contributions.
Individual Joyce Okello Engola will receive the medal on the next house.
This significant event not only commemorated the origins of the protracted struggle in Luwero, but also shed light on pressing concerns. Haji Edrisa Sedunga, the chairperson of the Uganda National War Veterans Association, expressed the need for support in safeguarding the monuments that honor those who lost their lives during the war, ensuring their protection from witch doctors.
Abantu baffe bababyemu babamazeemu bagenda babbamu obuwanga ne babutwala ne babukola ki ate bangamba bagulirira n'abamu entaana eziri protected ne bajjamu obuwanga ne babutunda ne babawamu ssente naye tukusaba mututeekereteekere oba muteerewo tekinologi kubanga emyaka egijja obuwanga obwo ne tayimu bugenda busensebuka ne buggwaawo tujja kutuuka okulaga abantu batugambe mu bikkula obuwanga tubulabe nga bagamba tetukyabulina.
He also raised concerns about Bibanja holders facing evictions in the area under unclear circumstances.
Then, if people are being evicted, it means that the local leaders are not doing their work. Ministers Nabakoba and Mayanja know how to defend Yowachibanja against the colonial Maryland system. Use them.
Although the government has made payments totaling over 230 billion shillings to veterans, some veterans have not yet received their payments, although efforts are being made to enhance their welfare, with over 200 families receiving support to improve their livelihoods.
But we have supported about 194 income-generating projects in Mumokono, Wakison, and Ruwero here in Nakaseke and Nakasongora, and also in Daruero, and in the Rwenso region.
The president highlighted the need to address greed among school managers to reduce dropout rates and urged the Ministry of Health to combat corruption in the health sector.
Immunization has been a total success. It is on the tourism side that we have the problem of stealing drugs. Your MPs should work with the Ministry of Health to stop this theft.
Commitments have been made to tarmac several roads in Luwero, including Semuto, Nakaseke, and Kaumu, among others.
Oluguudo lwa Luwero Butalangu Mama Nabanja alujjeko engalo aluguddewo olwaleero lutandika okukolebwa era kampani eya Dot Services bwe bagenda okuba nga bakola omulimu ogwo.
The development of infrastructure will enhance connectivity and contribute to the region's progress. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News in Luwero.
Great deliberations there from Heroes Day celebrations, and thanks to our reporter Ivan Kahwa. Now more updates relatedly to the Prime Minister Robin Nabanja, who this week met with a delegation of investors from the United Arab Emirates and discussed potential investment opportunities in the country with special focus on the Luwero Triangle. While chairing the meeting, Nabanja told investors that Uganda is an investment hub with support from the head of state and all other government agencies.
Prime Minister Robin Nabanja has disclosed to a delegation of investors from the United Arab Emirates that Uganda has ready fruits and vegetables that are originally produced, only awaiting value addition. She says that farmers are making losses because of lack of post-harvest storage, especially the cold chain.
They want to invest in food processing, and the president is looking at how to expand the airport and have cold rooms worked on, so that and also have a factory. They want a factory to process fruits so they can export these fruits because the market is there.
Ministers including that of Finance, Matia Kasaija, Trade, Mwebesa Francis, Bwino Chakulaga, briefed the investors of the conducive investment environment in the country.
We are ready. We are ready to show you where you could put the investment, and we shall give you all the support that you need. Something you don't understand, we shall explain to you, so that this partnership really grows.
And what we are lacking is real partnership. Congratulations.
in regards to financing and also the technical know-how to make our part. We have a few factories which are already started.
On agroforestry, apart from planting trees, we could also exploit existing plantations. For example, we are planning to put up 110,000 hectares of oil palm.
The head of the delegation, Sheikh Mohammed bin Maktoum, says that they are ready to start investment in agroforest, food and food processing, and gold refinery.
It's an investment, it's a business perspective, but at the same time, it's a support for the nation, it's a support for the country, it's a support for the people, it's support for everyone. We are among our family. We are not strangers, and we are not coming to a strangers. We are coming to a family over here. And that's why we are looking for support for everyone, and we believe on each single person, whether from a labor to the minister, to the leader, to the president, everyone.
We're required to grow, so we found out today that you have a plan to grow an additional 110,000 hectares of oil palm. Ourselves, we wanted to grow bamboo, and with talks with His Excellency the President, we understand that he's very keen for a paper factory. Yes. We have already done our full feasibility, we've already done the sourcing of product and the factory details, so we would be very keen to also grow bamboo in Uganda.
The team will tomorrow visit several areas in Luwero and Nakasongola districts to assess the availability of raw materials. There, especially fruits. The meeting was attended by technical staff from Uganda Investment Authority led by Dr. Edward Mukiza, the Director General, and other ministers.
Of course, and tourism. He was talking about tourism.
Moving on, President Museveni opened the third session of the 11th Parliament at the State of the Nation address in Kololo mid this week, and stressed a crucial role played by security in fostering a favorable business environment. The President asked the Turkana community to stop bringing firearms into Uganda and urged for the extradition of the killers of Ugandan geologists to face trial in Uganda.
President Yoweri Museveni assured the country visitors that the security situation is peaceful despite isolated cases of misuse of firearms. Government is actively strengthening security forces to handle emerging security threats and address issues of discipline while enhancing security infrastructure and welfare.
Of security personnel in the Uganda People's Defense Force and the Uganda Police and Uganda prisons.
The President commended security agencies for maintaining a secure atmosphere during the Matters Day celebrations, as no reports of terror threats were reported. However, about 140 were apprehended for petty crimes during the event.
The ability to manage a huge pre-announced event while the terrorists are still running around in neighboring countries such as Congo, Somalia, etc., demands salutations to our security personnel, weaknesses here and there notwithstanding.
Addressing the issue of cross-border security, President Museveni demanded that the Turukanas from Kenya immediately cease entering Uganda with firearms if they wish to remain in the country.
But we shall do it. They will stop, otherwise. They even killed our geologists. 3 of our geologists were killed. I want those who killed the geologists to be brought back. They brought back the guns, but not the killers. I want the killers.
In the Usalama kwa Wote disarmament operation, a significant number of firearms, ammunition, and stolen livestock were recovered and returned to their rightful owners. Although Uganda and Kenya signed an agreement for concurrent disarmament operations, there have been reports of mistakes and corruption during the exercise.
The corrupt elements in the army that stole the money of the vigilantes will be punished. And so will all the corrupt that undermined the total peace we had achieved in Karamoja between 2007 and 2018. Because 2007 2018 there was total peace in Karamoja. Everybody agrees. Then what happened?
The president expressed his concern regarding cattle theft by the Pokot community and urged them to refrain from such activities, warning of consequences if they continue.
What I know is Pokot are committed. Pokot are people who can say we cannot do this and they cannot. For them, once an animal is stolen, even in the kraal, you'll never see a Pokot running after it. That one is an abomination. Take me to court, I will swear it. The Pokot will have to call for an officer, either a soldier or a police. Report their my cows has been stolen, and the soldier will take action to follow. And they've been so patient in time. Every time they're impatient. And next thing they're saying, should we always go to the bush to collect the guns also? Because they're really tired.
In the ongoing offensive against the ADF in the thickets of the Democratic Republic of Congo, significant progress has been made. Since its launch in 2021, numerous weapons including SMGs, machine guns, and RPG tubes have been recovered. A substantial number of ADF combatants have been neutralized, and efforts have been made to rescue abductees and encourage defections. Uganda has also contributed forces to the regional East African Standby Force aimed at addressing security challenges arising from instability in Congo. Additionally, operations targeting the vandalism of electricity infrastructure have resulted in the arrest of 15 suspects in central Uganda.
The arrests also targeted elements within Umeme and a network of scrap dealers. The operations have since recovered over 300 tons of assorted electricity equipment. This vandalism is done by haters of the NRM. Inspired progress in Uganda. They don't want to see progress. They feel very unhappy when they see these electricity wires. They thought Uganda would not come up. So we are going to be very harsh with them.
These points were highlighted during the State of the Nation address marking the opening of the third session of the 11th Parliament at Kololo in Kampala. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
UBC Weekly News Roundup. Now, a sad incident that we did experience during the week. Updates come through as the body of the slain former MP of Lobarga South, Katoluama, was last evening transported to his home in Mutundwe for relatives and friends to pay their respects. Our Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, on behalf of government, pledged to support the deceased's dreams towards his theoretical works.
Saturday afternoon, the body of former Lobarga South Member of Parliament Katoluama was delivered to his home. The body was welcomed by Democratic Party and Solidar members amidst appreciation for his political services, as the flags in the DP party colors waved high. The atmosphere was one of tears, as many consoled themselves and grieved his life. The prayer service welcoming Katoluama to his home since his demise was led by Pastor Aloysius Bujingo.
Tolusi bawambibwa ne bafulumizibwa ne batwalibwa ne bataddamu kulabikako ddala. Naye tukwebaza nti ffenna abali wano tufunyeeko ku mukisa okujjanjaba Paul Katoluama.
The artists were represented by Omumbeja Mariam Ndagire, who praised the late Katoluama's endeavors towards a form theatrical journey. However, she broke into tears in the course of her speech.
Nsubiddwa nnyo omuntu gwe sisobolaga nti mwannyinaze. Nsubiddwa foundation. Nsubiddwa
wachitange kalenga kumekereza zenonge enozange.
The artists pledged to fulfill some of the latest dreams in the sphere of art, drama and theatre.
Leeta abantu nga buli dakika mba mugamba kati otusombedde bannange otusombedde ekisaawe okijjuza nga gaye nkyaleeta kato tazikawo tetumanyi bwe tugenda kuba mu kisaawe kino naye tugenda guma ebirooto bye tusobole okubitwala mu maaso.
The Chief Mourner Deputy Speaker of Parliament Thomas Tayebwa implored Katoluama for being a mediator who united political factions, appreciating his work towards the theatre.
We waro no muntu ngoyo yepaaka ngaroza w'amaanyi mwari mumusindikira kato katonga akuyita nga takuze kunga banga bintu gwe wepaaka ate gwe wepaaka biki gwe anakumanyi wari omukyaro mu parliament omwe yari nga w'amaanyi nga katona amutukorera kwawo mu kantini yari akureta kurevo tewari ibine ebyokugamba omanya abantu roza turi b'amaanyi wera abanoroza nti nze turi bakitiibwa turi b'amaanyi biki bino byona byansi bigwako.
Tayebwa promised to assist the actors in fulfilling some of Katoluama's dreams, especially in the plans to build a theatre.
Tewari government eyinza ku avoidinga abantu abali organized. Ate kubeera organized kyakuraba nti mufuna eddoboozi limu ne mutambula n'eddoboozi limu. Kubanga obudde bw'okugenda mu theatre nyinza butabeera nabwo naye abampagira bagenda mu theatre tugenda kubayamba okukora. Ekyo mujja kujja twogere ku bya budget ebadde tuyambeko.
Ivan Juko for UBC.
May his soul continue to rest in peace, and we promise to give you those updates as they unfold, some of the other activities before his burial takes place. Now, in other activities of the week, Operation Shuja Commander Major General Dick Olum this week engaged the Congolese community in a move to drum support for the Operation Shuja joint military operation against the ADF in North Kivu and Ituri in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. General Olum said the core objective of coming to Congo is to help the FARDC flush out ADF terrorists from their safe haven so that both countries can have peace.
This is Katoluama formerly Allied Democratic Forces ADF camp and the hideout. Trading centers remain the only lifeline for the Congolese because of the presence of UPDF troops guarding civilians who left their villages due to the ADF insurgencies. Where there is UPDF, Congolese move freely and business is as usual. The joint forces in Sector 3 have begun conducting regular meetings with Congolese local chiefs and civic leaders to discount hostile enemy propaganda against the forces.
Sisi wote tunalala usalama, tunaona security kabisa haiko sawa mbele, tunaanza pumua mzuri.
Funga kamba lakini maji inachukua kabisa. Sasa wewe iko na bido. Unavuka hii maji hapa na bido iko mchezo. Maana yake kuna motera ambao wanafanya nini? Wanatumia.
Operation Shuja Command designed a mechanism to always hold regular meetings to gather intelligence about the enemy.
Activities to the Congo, to the Congolese people. For example, because we believe we are a people's force back in Uganda, and now we are in Congo, operating with the Congolese military, we tend to transfer all these attributes of the UPDF into the people of Congo through the joint operation with the militaries of Congo.
These meetings clearly help people to know what the forces are doing and how the communities can be of help in addressing security challenges.
Mjipige tochi ndani. Waangalie nani mwenye bado anafatana na adui. Yaani hiyo information mlete mpatie wakubwa ya FARDC na yeye mkatupatia. Leo tunawasaidia. Tuko pamoja.
Shima bashirikali eribya bavere loba tulanda kwa chikoba ndeke. Twabere kwanza humula omubwino bwetu mwaha erishika mukaruruma.
Indeed, these meetings have yielded good results, cultivated rapport on a daily basis. This has eased the work of intelligence gathering. Often those who have returned to the villages report back information to designated Operation Suja Forward Base in communities.
No way we shall get the Congolese people suffering without medical, without water, yet we have them in our custody, in our ability to use them. There's no way we shall leave the Congolese people suffer during accidents, during incursions by the ADF, and we don't take them for treatment, either back in Fort Portal or even in Buya in our military hospitals. So we carry with us the UPDF attributes of a people's army.
Haruna Mutesa reporting for UBS News in Eastern Congo.
Now, in other activities, the coffee farmers associations in Rwenzori, Rukunjiri, Kanungu and Chisoro regions this week received a $10 million donation from government to improve coffee growing in the areas. This was stated by Finance Minister Matia Kasaija during a visit to coffee plantations in Ntungamo.
Ugandan coffee is priced cheaply because of its poor quality in harvesting, storage and handling, with many Ugandans not aware of the proper mechanisms which affects its performance and competition at the international market. At his field visit at different coffee processing plants in Ntungamo, Finance Minister Matia Kasaija said this will soon be averted due to improved mechanization and sensitization in these areas.
I have asked him he should write us a manual of how things are done. This, so that when we are talking to the people, we can talk very confidently and even leave that manual with them. Because most of the elements of coffee farmers, including myself, we are totally ignorant about all these things that I've seen here today. So I encourage him, first of all, to continue expanding this enterprise, and eventually we shall sell the ideas to other people around the country. As to financing, there is already an arrangement with him. We are trying to get some money for him to complete this phase of this project. Inshallah, this money may be appearing or being available before the end of August. To make money. Everybody wants to make money. Once we do the simplified, that we do simplified for everybody, don't make it technical. It should be simplified in all languages. If it needs, we translate in different languages. Then we will get, shall I call, priests or cadres who will go with these ideas, particularly these agriculture officers, will go and sell these ideas among the people. Things will
Nelson Tugume, head of the Uganda Coffee Investment Consortium, said the project takes the president's plan to promote quality integration in export crops, especially coffee, by setting up coffee hubs in Kigezi, Ntungamo, Rukunjiri, Mitoma, among other areas.
Is about $10 million. And that $10 million will do what you've been able to see. Improve on where we have stopped or where we are stuck. One, work on the hubs that you've seen or those that you're about to see. Number two, make sure now that we have the hubs and have increased and improved the quality, then we can be able to get into the market. Coffee is an international commodity.
This will cost $350 million, although the government will first provide $10 million to maintain equipment and educate farmers.
Why we're working, the reason why I'm calling it a seed is just a drop in an ocean. Just a drop in an ocean. I've told you our total cost of the project is $350 million as a total cost of the consortium project on what they want to do to make sure they get Ugandan coffee on the next level. But this seed man of $10 million, which is coming in the next financial year, is just a little seed.
Deputy Minister of Commerce Harriet Ntabazi has urged traders to stick to the increase in quality of coffee, which will help them bring it from $2 to $5. I'm Ivan Juko and Wycliffe Mdash for UBC.
African countries have been urged to maintain peace, unity and stability. The former Vice President of the Gambia, Foutamata Jallow Atabajang, was speaking at a 3-day annual presidential lecture series organized by Makerere University in conjunction with the Julius Nyerere Leadership Center. The event ran under the theme Celebrating Women, Pan-Africanism and Community, with the aim of transforming women and encouraging students in the leadership skills.
Custodians of the community. They play a crucial role in Pan-Africanism by bringing people together, and the 3 days have reflected the reflections that we have been having with the youth, the young people and the elderly, is the fact that how can we move our Africa beyond our forefathers with the support of our different governments within the framework of the African Agenda 2063. And of course, notwithstanding, we are also looking at how to really move the women agenda, which is the UN Security Council Resolution 1325, which is talking about including women in decision-making, peace and security. We also talked about how to really increase investments in youth, because in order to fill the gap, the demographic dividends, on the fact that, and this is said on the premise that youth constitute more than 70% of our population. They are a human capital that is needed, and since the African Agenda 2063 requires that the agenda be driven by Africans, we, the elders, cannot achieve it. It's you, the young people, who are going to continue where we come from. The four founding fathers, like Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Mohamed Sekou Touré, and all others, including even the president, His Excellency Museveni, has been also part and pillar of Africanism. So we are seeing how we can work together and continue the torch that our forefathers had built for us.
To today's program, I think something I would like to see more of us as young Africans is more engagement and action. It's time for action. We have so many good forums we talk, and I love what one of the panelists said, that we are the generation that has the access to the most knowledge, but who do not access that knowledge. We have all the opportunities, the world is our dance floor, but we're not taking advantage of the opportunities that are already there. And we think for us to take advantage of the opportunities, that the opportunities will come to us. I've never seen that happen. We have to go towards where those opportunities are. So I think from the conclusions we've had today is, as young people, we need to take action ourselves. We need to go out there to get the opportunities. We need to go and take the leadership positions we've been given, and we need to be there and actually lead from the front.
Now, just on to other activities, a section of the National Resistance Movement leaders in Kampala, led by Lobarga Division RCC Anderson Borora, this weekend held prayers for the quick recovery of President Museveni. This comes just days after President Museveni made a public communication that he had tested positive for COVID-19.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni made a public statement during the State of National Address that he had tested positive for COVID-19. It's on the same pronouncement that he declared Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja to preside over Heroes Day celebrations in solidarity with the President and the NRM party. A section of the National Resistance Movement leaders from Kampala, led by Lobarga RCC Anderson Borora, held prayers at Nakasero State House entrance for President's quick recovery. Borora was in company of other NRM leaders, including the Mayor of Kampala Central, Salim Uhuru. They carried a poster bearing a message for the head of state's quick recovery.
His Excellency Mr. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni olw'obulwadde naye abambaddemu ebyobufuzi mu President alimba nanyini mulambu agamba nti ndi mulwadde kakasa nti ndi mulwadde fe Buganda omuntu bw'afiira omugama nga kitalo bw'alala omugama ng'olabye n'obulwadde
bukyanga tubeerawo tetuliyako nti omukulembeze yalwadde era n'olya nti omukulembeze tagenze ku mirimu nti olw'okuba yalwadde kyannaku era tuze okumusaasira.
Broder says it's okay to pray for the sick people in Africa, thus calling upon the general public to join in and pray for the head of state.
To express your sympathy and prayers, and also to wish him a get well soon message that can be pressed there, and I'm sure he will see it. So with that, we welcome the general public to come. Don't care your political affiliation, where you come from. Yes, this is a security installation, but we have been cleared and allowed to come and express.
The Mayor of Kampala Central, Salim Uhuru, advised the public to continue following Minister of Health guidelines on COVID-19.
And has taken all precautions to see he doesn't get the coronavirus, but you can see he has got it. So it's upon you as a Ugandan, you who loves your life, take care of your life.
Other NRM Kampala leaders, who were also in solidarity, prayed for the quick recovery of the president.
Okwagaliza president waffe asobole okudda engulu, asobole okuwona obulungi obulwadde, adde mu ofiisi, addukanye eggwanga.
Today marks the 4th day since President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni went in isolation after testing positive for COVID-19. Deborah Namamonde, Andrew Sebira, UBC.
Get well soon, Mr. President. Now, chaos issued in the Supreme Court in Kampala this week as businessman Jammeh Chigundu demanded to be heard in an application he filed in the case where he was seeking to recover 120 billion shillings from Diamond Trust Bank, Uganda and Kenya. The case, which is pending judgment, the case started after the trial judge Elizabeth Musoke told Chigundu's lawyer Fred Moema that there is no way the application can be heard when the judgment in the main appeal is ready and fixed for judgment on the 13th June 2023.
In filing this application, Jammeh Chigundu, represented by his lawyer Fred Moema, discovered that when the appeal was pending judgment before Supreme Court, DTB Uganda and DTB Kenya had introduced new grounds. Following this, they asked court to be given judgment on admission. Chigundu was of the view that, since in the new grounds, DTB lawyers admit that their client operated in Uganda without a license, as required under Financial Institute Act. Then the 120 billion was fraudulently withdrawn from his account. However, when the parties appeared at Supreme Court before Justice Elizabeth Musoke for pre-trial hearing, DTB lawyers led by Edward Karugire asked court not to hear the application, that it was overtaken by events.
It's an application that was filed after the submissions had been made by the respondent. So both the applicant and respondent had made their submissions.
Karugire told court that justices retired to write the judgment. With this, there is no way court can hear this application. Pending the judgment, Fred Moema Chigundu's lawyer objected, saying DTB's prayers were invalid on grounds that they had come for an administrative hearing but not the main suit.
Submissions, the court directed parties when we appeared because the respondent was raising certain new grounds. So when we received the submissions is when we realized that they had admitted the appeal.
However, trouble came when Justice Elizabeth Musoke informed Jammeh Chigundu's lawyers that nothing much will be yield from the application, since the judgment in the main appeal is ready. Come 13th June 2023.
The panel went ahead and prepared the judgment based on whatever they had.
Why would the court call us a pre-hearing to determine filing and format? I mean, wouldn't even be listed if the court has taken the position that this matter is already just waiting for judgment. The reason the court put us on the list as number one for pre-hearing is because the court recognizes that for 1.5 years it has been sitting with an application.
As a result, Jammeh Chigundu stormed outside court, followed by his supporters, who caused chaos at court. Court resumed after some minutes, with Ms. Chigundu whispering to his lawyer, but Justice Elizabeth Musoke ordered him to stop, and he had this to say back to her.
It's a public interest case. Everybody knows about it. So, I don't know. That's not my brief. My brief is to argue law here.
Point of information, I'm also a friend and I know that. I have a right to clear.
You have a right to be heard, but you are talking through your player. Please.
So that the hooligans
not them.
But I advise him, that's not the way to handle court matters. By bringing hooligans to shout in court, that will not influence me. I'm not part of the panel.
Justice Elizabeth Musoke, however, insisted that the judgment would be delivered. However, it was had to be swallowed by Mwema, who insisted to meet the Chief Justice.
Tetulwana na government twagala bwenkanya. Mulekewo banka ezitukiriza amateeka naye tufiiriddwa ekimala.
Muna Uganda nza kola kikola bwekiti nga kikola mu nsi ya Bulaaya. Lwaki ffe abaffe banyigirizibwa?
After court, Ms. Chigundu's supporters were seen outside court premises carrying prayer cards, protesting the proceedings of court. Ms. Chigundu addressed the media, however. He was not happy with the way court has handled this matter.
At the Supreme Court, Karujire, out of normal procedure, requested to make additional submissions in regard to national interest. He said, even if the issue of legality was never substantially addressed at Court of Appeal, if the case is decided in the affirmative in the interest of harm, it would have a far-reaching interest on the foreign exploitative banks. Karujire and DTB had admitted on court record.
The main suit between Ms. Chigundu and DTB Bank is presided over by Chief Justice Alfonso Winyidolo, Justice Faith Mwonda, passing night to Haise, and Justice Mike Chibita. Deborah Namamonde, Susan Nabogode, UBC News.
Somalia Minister for Youth and Sports Mohamed Bare Mohamud. The speaker addressed Somali Students Association studying at the International University of East Africa. The minister was welcomed by IUEA management, led by Naomi Kemboy and the students' fraternity. The university pledged total support to the association in order to carry out their activities.
And we are very happy to visit today here. We are here with the Chairman Association of the Students, our students, Mrs. Shugri. And also we are going to have here a meeting today with the gathering ideas with the youth, those are living in Ugandan, whether they are a Students Association or whether they are the other youth, those are residential in here, Uganda. Really what I'm giving to them is to give more consideration to about the education, because education is the key of in the future. So what I can give them in advance is whether you have a small time, and when you look to our country, the largest community in the country is youth people, which is younger than 35. That's why we are here today to visit to their campus. That's why we are giving to them more consideration.
Pulling the university up by giving them all the resources they need in terms of equipping them with the funds to assist enlarge the community. As you can see, it's the second largest community in our university, so we are passionate about their involvement with us and them being part of us. We feel like they are well empowered already. In terms of uniting the association, once in a while we hold cultural gala, which point to bring the societies, because it's a large society, and we also involve our students with the sports. They interact here and there with we hold tournaments for the students, and at the end of the day, their stay here is well catered for.
The government of Somalia, and I want to say thank university, the University of East Africa, to host this event to help us as association. We want to help the sports. I want to tell him that the sports that we are helping, that is going to help us. You know, sports is the only thing that
Uganda Revenue Authority this week launched Mpa e-Receipts Yange, a digital sensitization campaign which aims at mobilizing more resources and improving revenue collection. The URA Commissioner General Johnson Musinguzi, together with the Commissioner Domestic Taxes Sarah Chelengat, presided over the launch at the URA headquarters in Nakawa.
The Uganda Revenue Authority has launched a new electronic receipting system codenamed Mpa e-Receipts Yange, geared at mobilizing more revenue through the final consumers of goods. The campaign will target especially customers in supermarkets, hardware outlets, among others. The URA Commissioner General John Musinguzi, together with the URA Commissioner Domestic Taxes Sarah Chelengat, presided over the launch at Nakawa URA headquarters.
Think big starts small. Even a 1,000-kilometer journey starts with the first step. So today is our first step in launching a culture of accurate record keeping and tax compliance and accountability.
Per receipt Yange on every transaction will mean that we shall be paying our tax. That VAT will go directly to government. As you consume that product, as you consume that service, what will guide your payment of the tax is this e-receipt.
Several prizes, including motorcycles, business bags, laptops, fridges, mobile phones, will be given out during the countrywide campaign. The demonstration on how the system will be working.
Download the Mpa e-Receipts Yange app from the Google or iOS App Store or visit www.receiptyange.ura.go.ug to submit.
I'm Nafka Farida and Juko Collins.
Well, I'm just going to stay put right here. After these messages, I'll bring you more activities and updates. Keep watching.
Ebisera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripusi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyezi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu ya Uganda. This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
Their support meant so much to me. And as a teenage girl, I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
The Resol Agribusiness Show is here under the theme Revolutionizing Agriculture through Value Addition, Innovation and Technology, scheduled for 13th to 16th June 2023 at Uhinga Stadium, Fort Portal Tourism City, with a free medical camp running throughout the show. Entrance is totally free. To sponsor, partner and participate, contact 0702 301 059 or 0773 458-492 or 0773-301-059.
Glow as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256GB storage, G88 gaming processor.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3GB from Airtel, so you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100*5# to enjoy free data.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
In partnership with Tecno. Stop at nothing.
Welcome back. Pleasure to have your company once again on To Sports. Before we let you go, enjoy your Sunday. The Uganda Cranes currently preparing for a crunch 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Algeria has been boosted by the visit of the team's sponsors MTN Uganda. As we take a look.
In about 10 days' time, the Uganda national soccer team, the Cranes, will face Algeria in a must-win game in pursuit of 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualification.
Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are unstoppable.
Ahead of that anticipated Group F thriller to be played in Cameroon, as Uganda still lacks a CAF standard stadium, the team's morale has been boosted by its sponsors MTN Uganda.
It's not about which team, how big the team is, whether they are FIFA ranking 1 or 2 or 3, whether they are Argentina, Brazil. The most important part and the biggest win a sports person and a footballer can get is the passion from the spectators, okay, the passion from their supporters.
MTN just returned as Uganda Cranes sponsors, but the vibe witnessed during their first stint already exists. With the two most previous Uganda Cranes match days lit with public viewing spots, especially in Kampala, on top of the cash rewards for excellence that they upped.
The reason why we came back is we realized that over the last 2 years, okay, even when Cranes has been playing well, okay, the Ugandans kind of have lost touch with the football. Okay, so as MTN, we want to bring back that passion, okay, and we will ensure that every match Cranes play, Cranes play, okay, every region where they go to will create enough excitement so that the fans start coming back, and the youngsters of Uganda today.
The team under Michos Reidojovic has been through rigorous training, including friendlies, and is ready for the task ahead.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome MTN back. For a long time, we are happy to have you on board, and we hope this time is going to be fruitful, and we promise we're going to fight for the color. Also, we qualify and be in good shape all the time when the national team wants us. We appreciate the effort and also the promises you have placed. We are happy, we are willing to fight and to get more from you.
In this 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier Group F, Algeria on 12 points has already earned its place in Ivory Coast, with the other three nations, including Tanzania and Niger, fighting for the second spot. With 2 match days to go, Tanzania and Uganda second and third with 4 points, while Niger is rock bottom. John Barnes, Sentamo, UBC News.
Now, more sports for you. After 5 years with no competition, NAL's special National Pool Open Championship is back. This comes after the Pool Association and NAL boards agreed with the 340 million shillings package. Players will compete for 5 months before the winner is decided at Logogo.
Players, 1 winner, who will walk away with a brand new car for each of the ladies, and the main has the now Special Pool Open Championship returns. Pool Association of Uganda and now Special Breweries Limited have renewed their partnership to a tune of 340 million shillings. First will be the countrywide mini and regional qualifiers before the grand finale on the 11th November 2023 at the MTN Indoor Arena in Logogo, Kampala. 320 qualifying centers have been organized across the country. This will culminate into 2 eventual tournament winners for each gender category, driving away in a new car each.
Zino zibadde ziyamba nnyo okulaba nga ne association nga yo esobola okubaako ku nsimbi zeefuna okuddukanyizibwa emirimu gyayo n'okubeera nga etambuza emirimu gyayo mu bulungi.
Komeo kigenda tukolera nnyo, ekyokubiri nti neetegese nnyo nti ne bandigambe nti nzire mu qualifiers mbadde yenda kuvaayo era nkomewo Lugogo defending title yange.
Nomwaka tu expecting ebintu bingi kamulaba cash price yeyongedde, so mulimu preparations zingi zigendamu.
The now Special Pool Open Championship is known for the promotion and talent identification, where winners are not only ranked but equally represent the country on the continent.
Well, that's all we had time for. Thank you so much for your company from the hour of 1 p.m. up until now. Keep watching the National Broadcaster. More updates will be coming your way later in the timely news hours of the day. Enjoy your Sunday and a fruitful week ahead. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Greetings from the team behind the scene.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Jerry,